This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, today we are going to see polymorphism. Under polymorphism, we have method overloading. Method overloading will happen in same class, that is compile type. Method overriding, it will happen at between two classes. This is runtime. Let's see examples. Okay, how this exactly going to happen. Create one package. Already we have, right? Yesterday we created. Then class name morphism method overloading example. Here, okay, but earlier also we saw this example. Suppose in a class we have multiple methods, public void perform add. Here we don't have any arguments, it is no arguments method. This method won't expect any arguments. Again, if I am creating same method name, what will happen? This will throw exception because already we have class. This is the method name. Duplicate method perform add. Then what I am going to do, I am going to add parameters int I comma int j. Here we are going to print 10 plus 20. Directly I am giving values. Here we are going to give the I plus j. Here if you notice method name is same, but we are passing different arguments or different data types as well, you can say. Double I double j. Okay, you are able to explain them in at least, okay, what you are knowing this concept. Okay, they won't expect in detail. Okay, at least you know the basic concepts. What is polymorphism? Then polymorphism, if you see here, method overloading, multiple methods having same name but having different arguments. You can say method overloading. Then when will happen method overloading? At the time of compile time, method overloading will happen. Then it will happen in same class. Okay. If you try to execute this, generally we are going to create main method. Here all are non-static methods. We need to create object equal to new p dot 10.50 20.50. Okay, this is the output we are getting. In same class where this is going to happen, we are going to have multiple methods. Generally, in automation, mostly we are going to create these overloading methods, handling multiple windows, handling frames. Okay, while creating reusable methods at framework level, I will tell you. then handling drop downs. Just try to understand the basic concept. Multiple methods having same name but different arguments. It will happen at compile time. Sometimes they will ask what do you mean by compile time polymorphism? Okay, compile time polymorphism, it is same. Method overloading. At least you need to pronounce this one polymorphism. Method overloading. Then overriding. Runtime polymorphism. Some people they will ask, okay, even static binding, dynamic binding, and all, okay. Same dynamic binding. This is static binding. Different ways they will ask, okay. Everything is related to the same only. This is method overloading. Multiple methods having same name but passing different arguments. Overriding. Suppose I have parent class. Let me create one abstract class. Parent. Then select this abstract. Here I am going to create abstract methods. Public abstract void eat. I'm not going to write any code here. Then I'm going to create another one. Run. Whatever you understood, just try to explain them. That's it. Here we have child one. Select main method. We are going to extend the parent. Here we have two unimplemented methods. We got these methods. Child one eating. Child one running. If you take another one, child two. Extends parent. Now we will get the unimplemented methods. Child one. Sorry, child two, right? Yeah. Method overriding, okay, always it will happen between two classes, that is parent and child. Now which one is parent? This is the parent class, okay, we created. You see here two methods we have, okay. Child also we have two methods, but we got override. See why this is coming? Because already we have method, same method name in parent, okay. We are trying to override that method. We are trying to create another method here with the same name. Parent class and child class having same method names, but implementation is different. Here we don't have any implementation, but here we have implementation. Method names are same, but implementation is different. Okay, parents they will eat slowly. Okay, then they will run slowly. Example I am saying implementation here we don't have any implementation, but internally okay predefined methods having some implementations, their own implementations, but these childs are different. We are writing the our own implementation. You can able to say this answer. Okay, parent class and child class having same method names but implementation is different. Straight away they will ask, okay, what is polymorphism? Can you please explain me in detail what you understood? Okay, you can say this. Simply you can say, okay, compile time polymorphism, that is method overloading. Then multiple methods having same name but different arguments. This is enough. Then if they are asking when it will happen, then you can say this one. Otherwise not required. Any doubts here? Okay. In each and every interview, 99% they will ask what are the OOPS concepts we have. Can you please give high level? Okay, these things are enough. Okay, now last one we have encapsulation. Generally, encapsulation just we can use for hiding the data. Example, you can take banks, right? Okay, real time example, we have banks. Suppose ICICI, they are having some customers. They don't want to, okay. In this again we have few customers like daily they will transfer more than 1 crore. Okay, those are level 1 customers. Just example I'm saying, or you can say they will give name as diamond customers. Then level 1 is fine. Okay, we'll take this example. Level 2, level 3. Okay, these are customers. They will do above 1 crore every day. They will do transactions. Okay, these are the customers. Then level 2, it will come between 50 lakhs to 1 crore in that range. Then level 3, 1 lakh to 50 lakhs. Okay. Level 4, we have, they will do transactions but below 10 lakhs. Okay. Suppose they want to hide their three level customers. Okay. They don't want to display to anyone outside the banks like HDFC and Citibank. Okay. What they will do, right? They are going to define this private keyword. Private int customer ID. Okay, they don't want to display these details to anyone. Okay, if you are defining, already we saw right access modifier private. Do you remember? Once if you are defining any variable or method as private, you cannot access outside the class. You can use only inside the class. ICICI customer, okay, they can give access to the multiple things like fixed deposits, loans, house loan, personal loan. This for this level of customers, they will give some privileges because daily they will transfer more amount, and also they want to hide these customer details from other banks. They they don't want to display these details to the other banks like HDFC and Citibank, Axis. Okay, they don't want to display these details to outside bank. Okay, that's why they are using private keyword to hide these customer details for security purpose. If they know this customer ID, right? Okay, they will approach them and they will say, okay, even monthly if you are doing some transactions, we'll give some percentage on that. Okay, monthly if you are maintaining balance above 1 crore, we'll give some percentage on that, like that. That's why we are going to hide the data. Then how can, suppose if you want to share at one point, if you want to share these details to some other banks, how can we do that? Okay, let's create one program. Here, class, I'm going to define customer details is here. We have lot of shortcuts as well in here. Okay, try to utilize these shortcuts. Suppose I am having this C, right? See this code. This is not in order. See here method names. If I am changing like this, then I'm writing like. If you want to, okay, this is less code only. You can rearrange this manually. If you have thousands of code, right? Then you can't able to rearrange. For that, okay, we have shortcut here. Source format. See everything it will arrange in order. See if you are changing also again simply you can call this shortcut source, right click source, there is the shortcut we have format control shift F. These are the shortcuts. It will make each and everything in same order. See methods everything came here. We have few shortcuts. For this one also we are going to use shortcuts. Private int customer. At one point what happens, you are in loss. Okay, you don't want to continue the bank, you want to save these details. What you will do, we are going to create getters and setters. Still you are the owner for these customers. Okay, but only thing you are going to save these details to the other banks using getters and setters. Then customer balance, right click here. We have source, here we have organize imports, generate getters and setters. See, then I am going to select these three options. If I am going to select only one, right, it will generate only for this one. See, by default it created two methods. One is get customer balance. See, return type everything it added for me. Here customer name, okay, I will make it this as string. Okay, these two are int only, let it be. Customer id also make this as a string. This combination of string and numeric values. Some customer names will be like Ravi 1234. Some customer IDs they will keep on integer. If you are defining string means it will accept both. I selected only for customer balance. It generated getters and setters. Getter method it will return the data. Setter method you can set the data. Again I am going to create for remaining two source getters and setters. I am going to select remaining two. Yeah, like this. If you have hundreds of variables, you cannot create, right? Okay, each and everything getter setter manually you cannot create. That's why Simply we can do this. Okay, any doubts in this? Again, I will show how to generate getters and setters. Why we are doing this? Is it necessary? Yes. Few scenarios, right? Okay, we need to do this. In same class means at least we can able to call these values. In other class means you cannot able to see this private keyboard. You cannot able to access. See, suppose if you want to access this private keyboard outside the class, you cannot do the class customer 2. Now create object to the customer details equal to new c dot. See, it is not displaying any variables. We are unable to access because those are private keywords. Within class you can access. Outside class, if within same package also you cannot access. Let me close everything. Save. Okay. Customer details, customer 2. These two classes I opened. To access these private keywords, we need to generate getters and setters. We can explain the same thing, okay? Encapsulation, hiding the data using private keywords. To access these private keywords, we need to generate getters and setters. Same definition you can say them. Example where we have a real-time example. We have bank. There we are going to define the customer details hiding with private keyword. To save those details to other banks, we are going to create a getters and setters. Now right click. There is the shortcut. Generate getters and setters. Select three variables. Generate. Now already we created object, right? If you see here, see we are getting get customer balance, get customer ID, get customer name, then set customer balance. You can get those details, okay? Whatever customer ID now they are going to share with you, you can get now. If you want to hide, you can use private keyword. Then if you want to share, then you need to generate getters and setters. Any doubts here? Because these are the very important concept. If you are able to understand now, in framework it will be easy. Okay. Next we are going to start with exception handling. This is also very important thing. What is exception? An exception is the problem which occurred at runtime or which occurred at runtime. Okay, please remember this one. Exceptions will occur only at runtime. Compile time, okay, you can able to compile the program, but after execution only you will get the exception. Then in interview they will ask you what is the difference between exception versus error. Okay, already we know that, okay, this is the definition. Error. Coming to error, simply you can say these definitions, okay, even you can note down somewhere. As it is, if you want, you can say them. Error is a problem which will not allow us to compile and execute the program. This is one point you can say. Then second one, error is occur or error will be occurred due to lack of coding knowledge or lack of system configuration. Okay, what is this exact meaning? Error, okay, is a problem which will not allow us to compile and execute the program. Okay, let's create one program. Create one package. ORG dot. See, in interviews, right, at least you can able to answer out of 10, okay, 6 also fine. They will select. But whatever you are answering, okay, those are at least you can able to answer like this in detail. Okay, what is exception? Exception is the problem which occurs at runtime. Exceptions will occur only at runtime. Then error. Simply you can explain. Out of 10, if you are answering 6 also, they will select you. No one will expect out of 10, 10 answers. That will be rare. Exception handling dot class exception handling example 1. Okay, suppose if I am writing code here like this, int I equal to 10, int j equal to 20, int result. Okay, then I forgot to keep here semicolon. I thought that, okay, everything is fine. Hmm, okay. I pledge dot out dot println. Now program is looking good. If I execute this, I will get the result. Okay, everything for me, everything is good. Initially, I started programming. Okay, I don't know. I need to keep this semicolon here. Then I will try to execute, run a Java application. What is happening here? Exception in thread main. Okay, unresolved compilation problem. Where it is showing exception, line number 13. See here, if you click, it will go here. Because if this exception, we are unable to compile the program, we are unable to execute this program. Now you can see this. Error is a problem which will not allow us to compile and execute the program. Correct, right? We are unable to compile and execute. Yeah. Then error will be occur due to lack of coding knowledge or lack of system configurations. Okay, sometimes people may use Eclipse. Okay, they are having i3 or Ryzen. Okay, we have Ryzen okay, with 4 GB RAM. Example, right? Okay, I am closing my Eclipse. Okay, then again I am going to reopen here. For me, see how much time it is taking for opening the Eclipse. It is opening within seconds. Okay, just tell me how many people. Okay, taking more than 1 minute. Okay, just message me here. Okay, a lot of people they are using Eclipse, right? For you, okay, how much time it is taking to open Eclipse? More than few people, more than 1 minute. Some people even 5 minutes also. That depends on system configuration. Okay, mine is 16 bit. Okay, 16 GB RAM with i5 processor. That's why it is pretty much speed. Okay, even after restarting system also, I can access any application without waiting because of system processor. What will happen, right? Okay, if you are using Ryzen processor with 4 GB RAM. Okay, you are writing code. Okay, after reaching some point, what will happen? Your system will be completely full. Okay, you cannot able to create the programs and execute. If you try to create program, if you try to execute, you will get the error. We have different kinds of errors again, like semantic error. Okay, under semantic error, you can see system configuration related. Okay, error will be occurred due to some mistakes from the due to coding knowledge, lack of coding knowledge, then lack of system configuration. These errors will happen, which we cannot handle this because you need to be perfect to write a code. But exceptions we can handle. We have try block, try catch block, then try catch finally, throws keyword. Then again we have types of error. But in detail they won't ask types of error under. For your reference, I am saying types of error they won't ask. They will ask just can you please tell me the difference between exception or error? You can say this to them. Okay. Types of error. Just for your reference, I am saying okay. Compile time error, runtime error. Under compile time error, we get here we have lexical error. B, syntax error. C, semantic error. This is compile time error because we made a mistake. Okay, we'll get at compile time. This error will occur at compile time. Okay. Sometimes here also, if you are writing like this, This will come under lexical error. Okay, suppose I am changing this one to yes. What will happen? Here it is throwing exception. This is the errors, okay, at the time of compile time we are getting. With this, we are unable to compile and execute the program. Runtime errors will get under JVM. These are JVM errors. Okay. This is about errors. Then coming to exception. Already we saw this one. Like exception is the problem which occurs at runtime. These exceptions we can handle. Then we have exception can be handled using predefined and user defined. Okay, in Java, what they did, right? Okay, they defined some methods, okay, where we can import and use those predefined exceptions, and also they provided a provision where we can create a user defined whatever you want to create. You can create your own exceptions. Two things they provided. One is predefined one, and another one we can define our own. Okay, but be remember exception will occur only at runtime. Whatever things we are getting right, these are compile time errors. Any doubts here? Okay, for this I am going to create one program. Yeah, take same example. Suppose, okay, I am going to execute some block of statements like this. One, hi, hello. Then here I am doing 10 divided by 2, testing. Okay. Now if we try to execute the program, is there any exception? We don't have any exception. It will print the output. First we are printing 1, then hi, hello, 5, then testing. Now what I am doing right here, I am going to change this to okay, 0. Whether we are getting any compilation error here, we don't have any exception. We know that, okay, this is not possible, 10 divided by 0. But this program don't know that, okay, exactly it will throw error. Because if you give here like this, yeah, program will understand that it is throwing error. Complete this statement with semicolon. Now system, this program able to understand exception is there. Please handle this. Okay, now we handled. Now this one also error is there, but system unable to understand this. After execution only, we'll come to know. Okay, see, it is printed one. Okay, that is fine. Hi, hello. Then here what it is saying, it is throwing exception in thread main java.lang.arithmetic exception. If you are trying to divide it by 0, you will get this arithmetic exception. This is the best example for runtime exception. Okay. After this, you are able to see this testing, right? It is not printing C because you stop the execution here itself. In line number, here you can see the line number 14. Here we have exception. That's why you start the execution here. It will ignore the remaining block of statements we have. Whenever exception we are getting right, it will stop the execution here. I can do one thing. Okay, I don't want to stop the execution. For that, I am going to use throws. Okay, now try to see what will happen. Still it is getting exception because here we are having this. Okay, we can handle this exception, but after this, whatever we have, right, we are unable to print these values. We can handle this exception, okay, but still we are unable to print that particular one. Compile time we are unable to check this exception. After execution only we are able to get this exception. Okay, I can take another example where we can handle this file input stream FIS equal to new file input stream. Now see we are importing this file input stream. See it is throwing some exception, unhandled exception. Type file not found. Now we have error, right? Okay, I'm going to call this here. We need to import this exception, then only this will go. See earlier we can see the error in this line without this. See unhandled exception type file not found. We need to handle this exception. After keeping this, now there is no error. See FIS dot read. Again we are getting exception here, unhandled exception. Type IO exception. Copy this, give comma and keep this here. We need to import this as well. Each and every exception we need to import. Okay, we can handle multiple exceptions using throws keyword. We have another interview question. Okay, how to handle exceptions generally. Okay, while doing program, right, while writing Selenium code, they will ask you how to handle exception. We have two types. One is try catch block, another one throw or throws keyword. From this again they will ask you, okay, what is the difference between throw and throws keyword. By using throw, okay, we can handle single exception. Cannot handle multiple exception, and, and also we can define inside here. Throw will be like this, throw new file not found exception. Like this we are going to define. By using throw, okay, we are going to define like this. Okay. Inside method we are going to define this throw, but by these throws will be coming like signature. It is coming as a method signature, but inside block only we need to define this throw. But by using throws we can handle multiple exceptions like this IO exception, from arithmetic exception. Okay, you can handle 10 exceptions at a time as well by using throws. By using throw, we can handle only one exception. That too, throw is going to define inside the method block. Throws will be method signature. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm going to create another method. I want to move from here to here. Public void read data from file. Because what will happen, right? In Selenium, we are going to work with Excel files. We need to read data from Excel and we are going to pass to the application. We have huge number of test data sets. Okay, you cannot hard code. In real time, we are going to use Excel file. That's why we should know this concept how to read data from. Then read data from file. This is the method I have. Control X. Here I'm going to define file input stream FIS equal to, these are Java predefined classes. If you want to read data from file, we need to use this one. File from you available depends on host environment. Here what we are doing, throws, what kind of exception it will give, file not found exception. Okay, we can take only one example. I want to call this method equal to new. Let me delete this and we can see the difference. And we moved this code to here, right? See here, is there any mistake here? Generally, we are going to create object, right? Okay. If anybody notice any mistake here, please let me know whether I created any wrong object or why it is showing error. Anyone? Any idea? We have method, okay. We are going to call this method by creating object to the class. Everything is fine. There is no error also. But why it is throwing error here? Because in this method, right, okay, we are throwing this file not found exception. Whenever you are calling this method anywhere, okay, in your framework, whenever you call this method, you need to throw again. See, even if it is main method also, again we need to throw here. Then only this exception will go. File not found exception. Okay. Now there is no error. Again, if you are calling this method in outside package in other some other class, again you need to use this throws keyword. How many times you are calling this method? Everywhere you need to again throw this file not found exception. Okay. Suppose I don't want to throw this every time. I want to handle this exception here itself. Yes, we can do that as well by using try catch block. See, this is one option. we have another one surround with try catch block. See, this is the one. Try catch. Whatever exception causing code, right? We can define inside try block. Then we are going to catch that exception here. We are saying that okay, this code may cause this exception. That's why we are catching this exception. Now, if you want, you can remove this. Now you can't. There will be no error. See, suppose if you are using throws keyword, right? Okay, here we have method signature using throws file not found exception. Again, we need to call here. If you are using try catch block, then no need to call that exception again here because we are handling this here itself. This is the difference. Okay. If anyone asking what is the difference between throws and try catch, okay. If you are using throws keyword, whenever you are calling that method, again we need to throw that exception. If you are using this try catch block, you can handle that particular exception in that method itself. Okay. Here you can define single try block and multiple exceptions. Catch. Okay. Here what I am going to do FIS dot read. Which one is better any for you? Okay. IO exception. See FIS dot read. See another exception we are getting. Add throws declaration. It is giving suggestions to you. Only thing you need to understand. What are the suggestions we have? Which one? You want a builder name? Oh, okay. Add catch class to surrounding try. Add exception to existing catch class. These are the options it is throwing. If you want, you can use surround with again another try catch. You can use multiple try catch as well. See, inside try, I am using another try catch block. Like this, we can use n number of try catch blocks inside that. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make this code complex. Okay, I'm going with add catch class to surrounding try. Already I have try, just I am adding the catch class. This is one option. See, it is giving the another catch block. If you are getting 100 exceptions, you can handle using multiple catch blocks. This is one exception, this is another exception. I will do one thing. Okay, what will happen if I am going to change here to here? See what is it? What is the problem here? We are handling two exceptions, okay, but still it is throwing exception unreachable catch block file not found exception. First we are getting what kind of exception here? We are getting file not found exception. We need to handle that first. Next only we are getting the IO exception. Here if you are interchanging this, okay, what will give the in interviews they will ask you in chat in Teams, right? Okay, they will say this one. Can you please tell me the what is your exception? What kind of exception you will get here? In Notepad, you are unable to understand what kind of exception it is. It is good only here. You can't able to guess the exception. Yeah, we have two. Okay, then we are handling two as well. I don't see any exception here. If you don't know about properly hierarchy when we are going to follow this file not found exception, IO exception, then obviously you can't expect any error here. You need to, okay, first we are getting the file not found exception. You need to interchange this is the issue, otherwise you will get the unreachable catch block. First we are getting file not found exception, we have IO exception, we are unable to reach this file not found exception. If you want to handle this file not found exception, we need to define here. Now it is fine. See, this is one option. We can use another catch block. Another option. Already I have one catch block. Okay. I want to add this exception to existing catch class. See, it will come like this. Okay. I don't want to confuse this one. Here I am going to define like this. Then what kind of exception we have? IO exception. Replace with throws or remove exception. Because we are giving IO exception, right? It will handle the both. That option also there. But generally we can define like this as well. By using this symbol, we can handle multiple exceptions like this. Automatic exception like this. Okay. In same catch class, we can define the multiple exceptions as well. But best option, right? Okay, we can use multiple catch blocks. There won't be any issue, so that we can handle particular exception in that catch class. Suppose I'm not using catch blocks. Okay, whether it is possible to use like this catch block without catch block. But still you can see exceptions here without catch block also. We can use finally, but where we have few scenarios without catch block, we can use try finally. We'll see different type of combinations. Okay, what are the compile time exceptions? What are the runtime exceptions? When we will get the compile time exception? When we will get runtime exception? Few examples they will ask. Okay, and also they will share code like this. Can you please tell me the output for this? First we have mm, this exception, file not found exception. Then only we are getting IY exception. Yes, this will give the unreachable catch block exception. Whether it will execute or not. It will what kind of exception it will give, whether it is compile time or runtime. Okay. Exceptions also very important. At least they will ask two questions from this exception part. Okay. Topic wise, if you are preparing right, that will be better for you. You will be confident to attend any interview because you are covering all topics and also you know what are the questions you are going to get. Max, you will get these kind of questions only. What is the difference between exception and error? What is the difference between throw and throws? Then how can we handle exception? Some people they will ask what is the difference between throws and try-catch block. Okay, what do you mean by compile time errors, runtime errors? Can you please name few compile time errors? Then like that they will ask you. Okay, tomorrow we try to complete this exception part with more examples. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.
This conference will now be recorded.